What's up, everybody? Rivera here, the absolute best LGBTQ comedian in the world. Right now, Bijou is yelling at me, and I don't know why. Well, she's not really yelling at me. She's more just grouching at me right now, and I'm not trying to hear that because I just took her for a walk, and it's like 5 in the morning, 4:43 a.m., so I'm not really trying to hear a lot right now, you know? I mean, like, if she's hungry, I'll get her something to eat in a minute, but this bitch doesn't starve, so I get so tired of her with her attitude. Anyway, the thing was, I've been working out and being good like I'm supposed to. I'm going to do an update on that very soon. The main thing with that is when I work out like I do, and this time I plan to just keep it going for at least a solid year. People always ask me what I do as far as exercise and what my diet is like, and I'm gonna at some point like write it all out and put it all down for people to see and see what kind of calories I'm taking in and also see how much I'm working out. I think some people would say it's extreme. People that work out, I think, would just be like, yeah, that's working out. But I really don't talk about it a whole lot because here's what happens. People ask you about it and then you tell them about it and then they're like, well, I could never do that. And it's like, well, of course you could never do that. You've already said to yourself, you can never do that. So you're right. You could never do it. But what I really wanted to talk about was the guy that just recently set himself on fire in front of the White House lawn. People don't do that. I saw it on Facebook and it was with the caption like, this is a statement on where we're at as a country. And it's like, well, I guess if we're talking about mental health and the extreme need for it in this country, then yeah, I 100% agree with you. But if you're talking about like that's a productive way to protest, or you're saying that that's, you know, in any way acceptable, no, it's really not. And actually, I would go on a limb and say that anybody that sets themselves on fire for anything to do with politics is legit crazy. I don't care if you're mad about abortion in Alabama. I don't care if it's Russian interference that got you down. I don't care if it's immigrants at the border. I don't care what it is. Don't set yourself on fire. And then I also read somebody say that there's a history of that. You know, it's been a thing since I don't remember when. I would say those people were crazy too. Whenever it happened, it's got to be crazy. There's no reason for it. Don't set yourselves on fire. I don't care how strongly you feel about anything. There's never any reason to set yourself on fire. People make me mad every day. There's things that I don't agree with. Today I got in an argument with Amazon, but they ended up rectifying the situation. So kudos to Amazon on that. But yeah, I still wouldn't set myself on fire. I don't really care what's going on. I'm not setting myself on fire. So watch tomorrow you read I set myself on fire. But it wouldn't happen because if you read that I set myself on fire, somebody set me on fire and made it look like I set myself on fire. That's all I've got to say about that. I don't really have a lot to talk about today. I just wanted to at least check in and tell you guys about that ridiculous story and that man setting himself on fire. I guess I should read up more on it, but I don't really need to know anything. Like sometimes I feel like, okay, and you guys have seen me do it, you know. Anybody that watches my channel regularly knows that I will try to get to the bottom of it. I'm always looking for a way that somebody saw something. Like I'm that guy. I piss people off because I'm always like, well, let me see if there's a little bit more to it. And sometimes people are like, no, there's nothing else to it. This is one where I'm going to say there's nothing else to it. So stay tuned for more stuff. I'll be talking about more and more current events as they go. I get further and further mentally away from the whole breakup situation. And the more that happens, the more that I'm just like thinking about other things. And it's not even the breakup situation that I think about now. Now it's more like okay, what am I supposed to do? Because my life, you know, for a year and 2 months was somewhat, I wouldn't say dependent on another person, but there were a lot of factors where it's like, okay, if we're really going to do this, then I need to make sure these things, bam, 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 go like that. So then you take the other person out, and it does take a little bit of like, okay, now I need to do these things for me, and it's recalibrating, coming up with a new plan, you know, which the plan doesn't really change very much, but just as far as the way the plan gets executed, now there's one person executing the plan instead of two. And I'm fine with all of it. But I will occasionally keep you guys posted on where I'm at with that too, because it's something that did happen in my life, and it's something that I feel a lot of people go through. And sometimes I think people feel like it's unhealthy to go through those emotions, because we are kind of always given the, like, get over it. And the fastest way to get over someone is to get under someone else. And I've been under a few people recently, but that's neither here nor there, and none of your business. And I don't appreciate you guys pressuring me to talk about that. I'm not going to talk about that right now. I don't care what you guys say. So, all right, maybe on another episode, but not this one. So, thank you for watching, everybody. Please like, comment, and subscribe. The likes, the comments, and the subscriptions do help me out here on YouTube. And I am really going to make this YouTube thing work for me now. It's time for me to stop playing around and do what I'm supposed to do. And YouTube is part of the plan. So I love you all. Thank you for watching. This has been Ty Rivera, the absolute best LGBTQ comedian in the world. Oof. Barf.